Welcome to this very special throwback, not at all in the format of what I do anymore, episode of the review. Today, we're going to be talking and rating different legislators' social media presence because I found it interesting and not at all have it on my own page because that's not what I'm doing. I am lucky enough to partner with the Landmine on this so I can correctly go through and assess how people are doing with their social media. Let's get right into it. So I've already gone through and screened a couple of these people in advance because I'm going to be honest, most people don't have a following that's really notable, right? A majority of these people, whether in the Senate or the House, they have 18,000 people in each one of the House districts on average. There are some exceptions like District 40, but generally there's 18,000 people per each one of these districts. And so the senators actually have double that. And yet a lot of the people on this list, you're talking about such low engagement that it's hardly like they're talking to anyone except for shouting into the ether. So we're going to ignore a lot of the people for the sake of this review, and we're going to focus on the people who are doing a good job and why, and the people who maybe aren't doing such a good job. Start with Jesse Bjorkman. I listed Bjorkman as having a high watermark on his Facebook of posting a newsletter. So it's never a good sign. Newsletters were very popular in the 90s and the early thousands, and the world does not communicate in newsletters. The fact that anyone's reading them at all anymore is pretty fantastic, but this is not a community council. These are people with large audiences, and they should be treated as such. You know what, let's do this. Let's go over to Matt Clayman. His name is fun to say, like Senator Matt Clayman. Okay, 1.3 thousand followers. It's not terrible, but let's look at this video.
I'm Senator Matt Clayman. One of the most important parts of my work as your senator is listening to you.
We've got a pretty intense reverb going on. It's clear that he's filming in his office. I don't really like the background. The elements of lighting are lost from the video. And generally when you're posting reels or video, well, gosh, this isn't even posted up as a reel. It's an actual video. Videos are dead. Reels are in. That's just the way that this works. If you're not posting reels, then you have no chance of being able to spread your message unless you're willing to put a lot of money. And even when you are putting a lot of money, unless you're like a GCI, that strategy isn't going to work. For everyone else, you better have content that moves organically or it's going to be seen by no one. Oof, that was way more brutal than I was expecting. Sorry, Matt. I know you've been trying, and we can see that he's been trying. But we've got 5 likes. One of them is the Alaska House Majority Coalition. That's the equivalent of someone liking their own status. Matt's probably getting an undue amount of attention because he's near the top of the list and one of the first people on the list on the Senate page that's actually trying. So sorry, Matt. Sorry. Now, Forrest is interesting because he's definitely in his campaigns before done a really good job at engaging. This page does not show those same results. We have 493 followers. Just to be fair, for Forrest, anyone who's under a certain age, we're going to do them a solid and look at their Instagram profile to see if anything's better. We've got Reels. Oh, let's see. We've got a 94. That's not bad. 140. Okay, so Forrest performing not so good on Facebook with his high watermark at 2.2 thousand for a video that is cut horizontally.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator, Representative Gray, Representative Mina, and I recently had a constituent event in our district.
Okay, this is really, it's okay because you've got the subtitles underneath. Subtitles are always good because 80% of people who are scrolling through social media aren't listening with sound. So anyone who doesn't have subtitles, you're really missing out. The problem is anyone who's posting a reel and posting a horizontal video, you're automatically just taking a ding right there to your own ability to get a message out. And there's nothing wrong with putting music behind inspiring words. There's nothing wrong with touching the audio in any way so there's not a gross, just terrible reverb like there is in this video. Listen to that for a second.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator, Representative Gray, Representative Mina, and I recently had a constituent event in our district.
What are we, in a tunnel? Come on, I get that it's a big room dynamic. There are enough AI ways to be able to augment your audio so it doesn't have to sound like this. There's clearly some effort put into this. The effort can be better spent. But on his Instagram, yeah, he's doing a little bit better. Oh, let's see. Okay, that's swearing in. Everyone gets a freebie for a swearing in photo. And that brings us to someone actually very interesting. Let's look up. So we got Shelley Hughes, and the one thing that she has, you notice right away, 5.9 thousand followers, significantly more than a majority of her colleagues. That's because Shelley has been doing something that most people forget, which is being consistent. Being consistent is actually huge when you're trying to engage with an audience in a continual way. Now, let's go right here, see a video that she did.
Hey everyone, Shelley Hughes here standing in front of the Capitol, and I am here to tell you about something that's important for the future of Alaska.
Okay, I'm going to say the same thing on this one that I'm going to say about a majority of them. I think I'm going to see a pattern emerge very quickly. The audio is terrible. And an AV project is audio and visual. So when half of your project is notably bad, when I hear it and say, ugh, God, listen to all that background noise. Listen how unclear the voice is coming through. That can be a problem. That should be seen as a problem. So everyone needs to get their AV in order because that audio is much more important than you think.
Hey everyone, Shelley Hughes here standing from the Capitol, and I am here to tell you about something that's important for the future of Alaska.
Buy a little mic that hooks into your phone for a lavalier. Do anything other than this, or at least bring the video project in and tweak the audio. You can use CapCut or a number of apps to be able to do that for free. Now, this is actually kind of impressive. Senator Scott Kawasaki, 8.9 thousand. And Scott does a lot of birthday posts, but he does them really well. Like, look at that. Look at him and Elvie having a good time in the car. What a laugh riot. What a good time he's having. Look at this. He wants to talk about libraries, right? What is this? National Library Week. He got 210 likes on National Library Week. Everyone needs to take a page out of Scott Kawasaki's book, which is smiling and having a good time and looking like a real human being. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Starting my 50th year on this planet. That is literally a birthday post, and he killed it. 650 views. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what a birthday post means. This is what it looks like. Look, celebrate with me. They use language. I encourage you. I'm proud. I'm excited. Happy birthday, right? Facebook loves to promote birthdays. The thing that I'm going to give him a lot of credit for, too, is that he's posting with some frequency. Oh, man. I believe in this post they're talking about daylight savings time, and it's a fun photo. So 750, that's a good way to both advance policy that you're working on, engage with your constituency, and hit on an issue that generally has favorable support. Of course, daylight saving has some issues because some people want it forward, some people want it back. We kind of all want it to go away. We just don't have an agreed upon direction in which it should leave. Of the rating system, Scott Kawasaki is our first B tier, right? We got B tier engagement as a politician. That's really, really good for Alaska standards. Forrest Dunbar, C tier, Scott Kawasaki, B tier. That's where we're at right now. We have 2 people on the board for the senators. And Shelley Hughes, I'm going to actually give Shelley Hughes, let's put her in B tier. Oh, we got 1,000 likes on Kelly Merrick's page. We have posts that are getting up to a whopping 14 in likes. This is not it, ladies and gentlemen. This is not it. Kelly, I am so sorry. You are such a lovely, lovely person. State Senator Robert Myers. Now that sounds right. Love the cover photo. Not really in his district, but love the cover photo, unless there's like a Fairbanks Zoo that I'm unaware of. Yeah, surprise, surprise. We're going to cut this out of the video. This is no good. Now, Mike Shower's name does not sound good with that affect. Mike Shower. Nope. See, I knew it wouldn't. Mike Shower, the senator from the Valley. We've got 4.2 thousand followers on this page, and he's getting not great. I have a feeling that he's going to have occasional posts that stand out about federal issues. Look at that, considering how males of all races, not just white males, have been made. Yeah, that's a federal dog whistle, Trump, volcano. Anyone should have been posting about the volcano. Talk about an easy win. Shower had a post that's doing really, really well. He's got a couple of standout. That's kind of the big thing you have to look for is, are they getting regular engagement or are they getting individual blips that end up going kind of viral within certain niche circles? So I don't know how effective Shower is at getting his message out to his individual constituency. I'm assuming that he's doing a decent job, and the fact that he's getting a couple of really big posts means that it's probably cutting through the noise and occasionally making it to his voters, which is important because this is part of the power of the incumbency. Why wouldn't people be utilizing their staff time in order to message their district? Pages. Senator Lukey Tobin, 330. That is no good. Bill Wielechowski, Senator Bill Wielechowski. Holy cow, Senator Bill Wielechowski with 10,000 followers. Man, look at this, a birthday post. Right? April 5th. Look at that birthday post. He's got all of his colleagues in there. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's teeth looks nice and white. I'm not sure if everyone's teeth are, Kelly's are that white. I don't know everyone well enough to know the quality of their teeth, but whether they did a little touch up or not, the photo looks fantastic. 430. Love that top comment is clowns on parade. Whoo! God, Facebook is vitriolic. The main thing here to look at with Wielechowski is, again, the name of the game, which is consistency and decent photos. Oh, let's see this. We got a video. We got a reel.
Hey, Stanbridge, this is Senator Bill Wielechowski. Wanted to talk to you today about one of the biggest issues that we're dealing with in the legislature, and that is the exploding deficit that we've had. Now, we have some new analysis from our legislative finance department, nonpartisan, that shows that for the next year, we will have a $677 million deficit.
The fewest number of words you can utilize to get to what you're saying, that's what you want to use. The text graphics are fine. They hit within the safety margin, so I'm not going to complain about that. However, see the way that this is shot? See the blue halo effect around Bill Wielechowski's face here? This is a total missed opportunity. Shut the blinds, right? The number one thing you do with your video, we were talking a little bit about audio, and his audio's fine. The real shame about this video and what I would immediately scroll up for if I was seeing this randomly on Reels, because you have to remember Reels are where things are moving organically right now. So you basically have 1 to 3 seconds to be able to hook people. And in that, you have a certain view count, a number of points you can get to based on the algorithm to advance what is an effective Reel. Bill Wielechowski ended up handicapping himself with the visuals immediately right off the bat, and as well as not being prepared. He's prepared in the sense where he's able to talk about it and he has such a subject matter command without having to rehearse or do anything. But there's nothing wrong with a teleprompter. Or more than a teleprompter, having a few words and doing some cuts, right? Memorize 2 sentences at a time. But the biggest problem with this is that the sun is bleeding him from behind. His camera is having a hard time. Not only does he have a blue halo effect around him because the lens has a little bit of a smudge on it. Clean your lenses when you're doing this stuff. But also it turned his face into an orange and blue nightmare because you have these really warm indoor lights and it's clearly a sunny day in Juneau behind him. You have control of the light. Figure out what lighting makes you look good and doesn't make it look like you're shooting on a potato. That's going to be step number 1 for anyone who wants to focus on their video and leveling up that game. Bill Wielechowski of the Senate is in A tier. Bill Wielechowski, the best performing, highest performing senator that there is, beating out formerly young people like Forrest Dunbar. I don't think there's anyone else of note. There are no S tier. And there are everyone else is in D or F tier. If you're an F tier, right, then you're just wasting your staff time being able to post. Or you're not thinking critically enough about it, and part of your job is being able to communicate with your constituents. So, figure it out. Holy cow, we made it through the senators. Okay, we made it through the senators. This is great. Now we can make it on to the next group of people. Double the size, double the takeaway. Now let's start with the top of the list. Let's go to Jamie Allard. This is interesting. Jamie Allard has a presence on social media, but not through her Jamie Allard page. Where I think Jamie gets more views and more engagement is on her personal page. Wow. Okay, let's just start off the bat with Jamie Allard through a non-conventional strategy is getting such high engagement on her personal page. This is called A tier. Now, it's a risky game to do so much from your personal page because, well, I don't think you have staff time that's dedicated to that. So this is just her. Ashley Carrick. Okay, birthday post. A dog post only got 22. I wouldn't feel good about that. Julie Colombi. Julie Colombi. This is unfortunate. Representative Julie Colombi has a personal page that is masquerading as a page. Sorry, Julie, this is absolutely a boomer moment. This is not how to use Facebook. It's not how to use any of this. Zach Fields, 1.6 thousand. Okay, we're posting too many constituent coffees here. Articles. Okay, we're not getting great engagement on Zach's page either. This is pretty abysmal. This landscape is rough. Now, Elise Galvin, 12,000 followers with the lowest engagement possible. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened here. This was a vestige of having a statewide campaign, having a lot of money funneled into a page, and then absolutely no follow-up afterwards. So she turned this into her own representative page, and it is not going well. Oh, we got a video here, March 13th.
That means it's a public opportunity for...
Okay, this is a fireside chat. Gotta love a good attempt to do a fireside chat, but already I'm going to tell you 2 things right off the bat that stick out to me. 1, we have a light that's on top of her head for some reason that kind of looks like a hat. And then number 2 is going to be the audio. Listen to that.
Hi, friends. This is your pop for Thursday. That means it's a public opportunity for participation.
And there's a reason it only has 10 likes, because I have already lost interest. So Elise Galvin had promised when we first clicked on the page, but it's not a real indication of support or engagement because it's just a vestige of something else. Andrew Gray, really low engagement. He's trying to do videos here. He's got subtitles. It would be so easy to throw a color bar at the bottom of that to get rid of the text so the subtitles weren't competing with text that was already on the screen. That makes a confusing process. Let's see if he's done anything with the audio.
Can cause cancer. It raises the risk of cancer.
We have not. This is not good. You know what? This is getting pretty rough out here in the house. Nelly Unangik, hope I'm saying that right, from Tuksuk Bay. Now, again, this is a representative from a rural district. You can have really high engagement in rural districts. Look at that. Picking berries, updated profile picture. See, that's good. But not enough posts to make anything consistent. For having so few posts and having, I mean, her page has all the ability in the world to be able to do direct outreach with constituents. Representative Genevieve Mino.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to Mina's Minute. It's Wednesday, May
April
9th. And this week I want to talk about...
Wait a sec. Why do we just hear April 9th?
April 9th. April 9th.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to Mina's Minute. I want to talk about one of my bills, House Bill 26, which is to enact a statewide transit plan.
Again, every time someone introduces a reel and they try to introduce a concept and it doesn't immediately get to a hook, it is wasted time. There's no reason to actually pay attention to it. It's got decent engagement despite its shortcomings. Also, safety margins. Oh, this is such a missed opportunity because she's trying, right? She's trying and she's not doing a bad job. So I'm going to put Genevieve in C tier. She could be doing significantly better. She could actually be the first person so far in A tier. After really thinking about it, I've got to put Jamie Allard back over in B tier. Genevieve might actually be in B tier. B tier with the caveat that if she tweaked a few things, she could actually be A or S tier. If she improved the quality of her videos, if she played with the format of reels in a way that actually engaged with an audience, she has the ability to do really well, but it's not there. Okay, we got a video.
And I wanted to let you know about a bill I've introduced that should help consumers. It's my House Bill 20, and it says that Alaska businesses can't charge you an extra fee if you want to get your bills by mail instead of doing business online. Now, some companies may like that you do business online. It saves them money. And to be sure...
Oh my God, I'm so bored. Oh, see that? See his left eye, or what is effectively his right eye. He's looking off camera. There's a cue card over there. He's reading something.
HB 20 has already had one hearing in the House Labor and Commerce Committee.
Also, clean your lenses. Everyone needs to just start cleaning your lenses because the amount of halation and just like greasy fingers that have touched all of these lenses. Oh, look at that. Representative Shragi with a Mount Spur post. Super easy, low-hanging fruit. 445 likes. That's really good. Everyone should have had a birthday post that was effectively a volcano post. I don't know why they didn't. The people who did. Okay. We got some okay movement from Shragi. He's got some decent engagement. He really doesn't have a lot of followers, but I'm going to put Calvin Shragi in C tier. Calvin Shragi, C tier. Oh, good. We're on the last two rows. My God, I'm going to end up burning through a whole memory card. Oh, Representative Andy Story with 1.2 thousand followers, with the only people liking the post, the Alaska House Majority Coalition. While we're at it, let me just look at the Alaska House Majority Coalition. Do they have anything? Look at that, 3.1 thousand followers. Alaska House Representative Coalition, okay. With next to no likes on anything. Low engagement. Here's a rule about social media. If what you're posting doesn't get likes, if it doesn't get views, if it doesn't get impression, never post that again. Representative Sarah Vance, 2.7 thousand followers. Wow. With a god-awful cover photo that is totally got two different weights of fonts for some reason. It doesn't match the font over on the state of Alaska, so I don't know why it was picked in the first place. She's got okay, she has a couple of standout posts that are actually doing all right. Representative Sarah Vance gets an honorary mention, but she's not on the list. Let's just go over the list one more time. So we've got the only person who I think is probably an A tier here, Bill Wielechowski. And the crazy thing with Bill's page is that he actually has a lot of room to grow if he actually produced his content well. He gets really, really good engagement. His large following already built in. Bill probably has the best page to be able to engage with his constituency on an individual level. The only person in politics with an S tier rating is Governor Mike Dunleavy. 48,000 followers. This is the only S tier account. Look at that. I mean, we've got 145, 230, nearly 600 likes. Only S tier political page within state politics is Governor Mike Dunleavy. Following that, below him is Bill Wielechowski. Scott Kawasaki is next. And then I'd probably say Jamie Allard. Those are the people with the only real and substantial engagement. Everyone else, we've got them on our list. But yeah, Mike Dunleavy's a absolute S tier with 48,000. For any representatives or wannabe politicians in the future, take these lessons and what you've seen and the negatives you've seen on this page and take them to heart, because you can do a better job. Local news is dying, and there is a place for the government to be able to tell constituents directly what they're doing. The only people I see doing that are those people I mentioned at the top of the tier. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. Have a good weekend.